What's up, guys? Today I wanted to talk about light tanks in Battlefield 1, the beta anyway, and I wanted to talk about associated packages of sort of customizations they have and some cool little idiosyncrasies associated with them. So to get into the customizations tab, you load in a server, here you go. You click on the tank and you click customize. And again, like I was saying, you can't actually level up or customize the tank in individual perks in the beta anyway. You can only pick like packages of preset items associated, like smoke, emergency repair, and other things. The first package, and this is the default one that I'm going to go over first, is called the Light Close Support Tank. And obviously it says here, in this case, it's suited for medium range combat and to support infantry as well. And I'd consider it probably the most versatile class associated with the tank. You can probably do the most with it, although jack of all trades, master of none. You're not specifically good at one thing, so that could end up a weakness. So let's go in. We'll jump in. First thing you're going to notice right off the bat, you'll have the 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it'll be different for console. The first overall shot here is your anti-armor, anti-vehicle style shot here. We'll shoot it. Bam. Big explosion in the back. You get 6 shots of it. Actually, I think you split it with the canister shell, which is the second one here. Yep, that's the canister shell. So the first shot, oh shit, the sandstorm's coming. The first shot is actually very good for armor and anything associated with it. The canister shell is a good medium to long range option for infantry. It's one of the absolute best in the game, in fact. Now, I have to damage the tank for this next part. Number 3, hopefully it damages it. Okay, so good. The third option is because you want to keep mobility with this class, that's your greatest strength, you have the option to click 3 and repair your track. So you saw the track was disabled. You can disable individual parts in this thing, like the weapon, the actual tracks, and everything else associated. Number 3 allows you to quickly repair the tracks and allow you to get back to going back to normal. If you want to repair the tank inside, you can hold X in this case on PC, and it'll replenish your health at about 20 per time. This is fantastic if you're worried about the enemy stealing your tank or even your teammates stealing the tank. You can repair it without having to get out, but you can also do that with this gadget, so you can get out and repair it like this as well. It's not that big a deal. Either one works. Last one, I have to get back in the tank for this customization. This one here, because it says, remember, it helps out individual like infantry players on the field. You click your fourth option here. Look at that. Go outside again, and it drops ammo and it drops medkit. So if you're sitting around with a whole bunch of your teammates, deploy them. Helps the team, helps the squad, helps you stay alive if your teammates are alive. And that's the first overall package that we're going to look at today for this. Okay, for the second loadout, for the light tank, we're going to go into the customize here, and we're going to select what's called the light flanker tank. As expected, it's suitable for close range combat and high firepower, and the ability to restore mobility quick. You can deploy mines with this as well. So let's go in. Let's have a look at this tank here. So when you go in, first thing you're going to notice, that's an HMG. You get 15 rounds. Usually if you're taking on a heavily armored tank, it only does about 1 damage per. It does 2 against lighter rounds and such, so it adds up. That's how it sounds. You share the 15 rounds between the two, and here's a really interesting one. It looks like a really tight, close spread canister shell. It doesn't have quite the range or quite the damage as the regular canister shell on the previous loadout, but it's still quite good in close range combat. The third one, of course, like we have done earlier, again, I'll jump out, do it again. This one here gives you the option to repair the track if you break it. So my left track is down. All I have to do is jump in the tank, click 3, zoom out, track's good again. This time, of course, there's a biggest difference. You have 3 anti-tank mines, so 1, 2, 3 before you have to reload. Tank dries over that, he's in serious trouble. Usually it means a disabled track, usually it means he's in serious, well, he's basically screwed. And just to show you in the last one, because I didn't show you the previous time, you can repair tanks just like you would back in, say, Battlefield 3 and 4. And this repairs it back to full, as opposed to the previous method of staying in the tank and repairing, where you have to go, I think it's 3 different cycles of 20. This one repairs it to full. So this one's faster to do if you're looking for to level up the whole thing quick, or repair the whole thing quick, but you don't want to jump out. Or you can jump out, versus the other one that you have to stay in it to repair it, and it's 20 at a time. So it's slower, but you don't have to leave the tank. And the last of the 3, at least in the beta, I'm sure we probably will get more. I'm not sure how it'll go. This one's called the Light Howitzer tank. Obviously, it says it's suited for longer range fights and static enemies, with it, like, say, back emplacements, shooting artillery at your team. And it gives you a defensive smoke screen. So this one here is more for long range sort of stealth. You're not looking to try and get hit. You're trying to move like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You have an HMG here. It doesn't do a ton of damage against infantry. It actually takes quite a few shots to kill. That's what it looks and sounds like. It's infinite, but there is a cooldown. As you can see by the infinite sign, the longer you hold it down, the worse it is. The second one here is interesting. Look at this shot. So you take that shot. It's got a lot of drop to it. So you do have to account for it. Like, if you want to hit further up on the mountain, you have to really aim high to hit. So it does have some drop to it. But that thing there allows you to do extreme damage against non-armored vehicles and light tanks. And it even gives you a fighting shot against heavy tanks, where it's doing like 30 damage output per, which is nice. So it has versatility. There's your infantry. There's pretty much any vehicle in the game. This one here, this third option, gives you the chance to heal here. Actually, I'll get out and show you. I think that's the easiest way. So, same deal. We're beating the hell out of our tank. We go back in. We click 3 for a quick heal and run. So that gave us nearly 30 health back up, which is really nice. And it just basically keeps you mobile, because again, this is the kind of tank, this loadout here on this tank, this package, your armor is less. So you take more damage per shot, and it does add up. So if you get yourself in sort of a sticky situation you need to get out of, just pop that quick heal on the 3, you can get away. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure this doesn't actually quickly impact or quickly repair tracks, because otherwise it sort of defeat the purpose of having a track on a disable. So that's how you would do it. As long as you aren't actually having some part of the tank disabled, it will regenerate your health and get you back into shape. And fourth, again, of course, look at the smoke screen. Lasts a pretty good while too, look. Still going. So it gives you concealment. And what this does, of course, is gives you a chance to get away. If someone's flanking you because of your lack of armor to actually tank shots, if someone's hitting you, you can actually use that as a smoke to get away, sort of conceal yourself. Maybe they miss a couple shots while you repair, or your teammates repair. It's easiest to. It's basically a stealth build. You're just giving up armor to make yourself more mobile, and also a versatile threat against everything. If the first loadout isn't the most versatile setup, then this one most certainly is. This is the one I've been running with the most, and I'll probably end up running with this one the most if it doesn't change in the base game. That's my thoughts on it. Have a good one, everybody.
I don't know, one of our teammates is in the tank. There's a guy behind these rocks where the spore says he's dodging you. Oh, he ran past you, never mind, he's no threat. Oh, there's that tank.
got 12 kills. I had 2 kills.